Welcome back. We're going to continue on with lesson 7.3 and talk about some specific things that go along with solubility. Um, the first one is called molarity. Uh, Molarity is used. Let me do a switch. So I have the same one that you have. I don't know why these are all messed up, y'all. Anyway, okay. So molarity. Um, we use a measurement called molarity to represent concentration. So it's just kind of the scientific word for concentration. It also is concentration in moles per liter. Okay. It is identified by the capital letter M. So whenever you see that, you know we're talking about molarity. And it is the moles of solute divided by the volume of solution. So it has a unit of moles per liter, basically, right? So when you see here, we have a beaker. Here's the label. It says 1.0 molarity, that's the capital M. And remember, this is glucose, C6H12O6. So this means that in every liter of solution, there are 10 moles, 1.0 moles of glucose dissolved. That point is hard to see, y'all, but it is there. So for every liter, there's 1 mole of glucose dissolved. That's a 1 molar solution of glucose. So that's its concentration, 1 mole per liter. Now, what if we wanted to make 2 liters of this 1 molar solution? So you're working for a pharmaceutical company that supplies drugs to hospitals. People need glucose solutions when they have IVs, especially if they're unable to eat after surgery or after they're in a coma or whatever. But that glucose gives them just enough energy that they need to stay alive, right? So they'll have those IVs with glucose solution. So you're working for this pharmaceutical company, and your boss says, we need to make 2 liters of a glucose solution whose concentration is 1 mole per liter. Okay? So, this is a real life example, y'all. This happens. So, they need this at the hospital in 2 liter batches. Okay? So, how are we going to make that? And I guarantee y'all, I used to work for a pharmaceutical company. This really happens. This is what we need to make. And the first thing you have to do is sit down and do some math. That is real life. I guarantee it because I have done it for 10 years. Anyway, so this is the solution we're making. First thing we need to do is we need to calculate the number of moles we need to make the solution. Because remember, we're going to dissolve some glucose in water. We need to know how much. First step, how many moles do we need? Okay, so we know we need 2 liters of it. 2 liters. That's our volume that we need. And then our concentration is 1 mole in 1 liter, right? 1 mole per liter, that's what molarity means. So this is our concentration. We'll label these. This is our volume. The liters cancel, right? This is moles, right in my units here. And then 2 times 1 is 2 moles. So we need 2 moles of glucose. So our next step, we just run to our handy dandy balance and weigh out 2 moles of glucose, right? Wrong. We can only weigh out in grams. So since my concentration is in moles, I got to figure out, okay, I need 2 moles to weigh into my 2 liters of water. Okay. So the next thing I have to do is figure out the mass. So how much glucose am I going to weigh out? You can buy it. It comes as a little powder. It looks like sugar, right? So mass, that's what we need. So to make my 2 moles of glucose, I need to figure out the molar mass of glucose. Remember how we do that? I'm going to do it over here. I have 6 carbons, 12 hydrogens, and 6 oxygens. 6 times, you look at the periodic table, carbon 12. Its molar mass is 12. 6 times 12 is 72. I need 12 hydrogens, so 12 times 1 is 12. That's very easy. Remember, we look at hydrogen on our periodic table. And lastly, oxygen, 6 of them. Again, on the periodic table, oxygen is 16. 6 times 16 is 96. Add all these together, and we get a whopping 180. 180 grams per mole. Ish. I think that's right. Maybe not. 2, 4, 0, 7, 8, 9, 9 is 18. Yeah, 180. Mm-hmm. So that's the molar mass of glucose. Here's the amount of moles I need. So to figure out grams, I multiply, and I need 360 grams of C6H12O6. Now I can run to my balance, and I weigh it out, and I add it in there. Right, so I've added 360 grams of glucose. Then I add water up to 2 liters, because remember, that's what my boss is asking me to do, 2 liters. Next, stir. And here I have 2 liters of a 1 molar, that's my concentration, solution of glucose. And I can send it to the hospital and can help save some lives.